Peace. I just wanted to take a moment to just build on the importance of Mother's Day. I'm out here right now. Let you check this out. Just here in the cemetery. Check out this too. Yeah, that's my Ole Earth's plot right there. She went back to essence when she was power knowledge years old. That's 51. You know, I don't do this ritualistically or anything like that. I saw quite a few people out here in the cemetery laying down flowers and things like that for, you know, their loved ones, most likely, you know, a female in their family since it is Mother's Day. And, you know, her remains aren't there. You know, her remains are actually residing within me because there's not a day that goes past that I don't utilize some of the information or the principles or the values that she shared with me growing up. And, you know, that's most important, that, you know, your mother still lives within you if she's physically not here. For those of you who still have a mother that is physically alive and here, take time to talk to her. Let her know that you love her. Let her know that you appreciate her and you understand. And if you don't understand, ask her about some of the sacrifices that she's made, you know, in order to be a mother. And take the opportunity to, if you have any resentment or misunderstandings with your mother, take the opportunity to bring closure to those things, because you don't want to, you know, your mother, something happens and your mother's physically not here anymore and you don't have a chance to have that kind of conversation with her or to bring any closure or to reconcile any kind of issues that you had going on in that relationship. You know, it's something that you don't want to live with. You know, the beautiful thing about our relationship is that I didn't have any type of misunderstandings or resentments, or we weren't on speaking terms, or none of that happened before she went back to the essence. So I could proudly say that, you know, I don't have any regrets or any ill feelings or anything like that, like I had a loss. You know, I actually gained a lot, because now the things that my mother represented exist within me. She was a youth mentor. She worked at recreational facilities here in Niagara Falls, directed the Niagara Falls Community Center for a certain amount of time. She came in contact with a lot of youth within this city. She was a director at Family and Children Services and also at a place called Hiawatha. These are facilities that deal with people who have mental disorders, because my mother was a trained psychologist and sociologist as well. So she did that. That's one of the hats she wore. She was a pianist, meaning she was a musician. She played the piano. And, you know, she was also like an amateur comedian, because she had a sense of humor like Richard Pryor. You know, and you know, our household growing up was somewhat like the movie Lackawanna Blues. It wasn't that we had a lot of people staying there, but we always had a lot of people coming through. And, you know, my childhood friends would come there just to see my mother and speak to her. You know, so she was a staple in our community. You know, and a lot of the things that I do is because I saw it being demonstrated through my mother. You know, when I was in elementary school, she came home one time and she gave me a button with a picture of a guy on it sitting on a rock with his head rested on his hand like this, just looking off. And I asked her what it was, and she smiled at me and said, "That's the thinker. That's who you are." You know, so she also had the type of wisdom that you saw expressed in the Oracle in that movie, The Matrix. You know, she's a very, very wise woman. And on top of all of that, she was a mother not only to me and my siblings, but she was a mother to children that may have not had a mother in their lives. So, like I said, if your mother's still here, take the opportunity to let her know you love her, you appreciate her. Talk to her. You know, let her know that you value the time that she's put in with raising you. You know, if it's a wife, let her know that you appreciate her. You know, if it's a sister, let her know that you appreciate her. You know, all of the women that you have in your life, whether they are a mother, whether they are a mother-to-be, and whether they don't have their own physical children, but they have been mothers to the motherless children in your community. Let them know that you appreciate them and that, you know, you value the sacrifices that they make in order to make this world a much better place. So with that said, that's all I wanted to just elaborate on. So enjoy the day. Give your mother a kiss. Tell her you love her. And, peace.